Why, hello there. Looking for skeleton infantry, are we? Well, you came to the right place. These are skeleton infantry from Oathmark. We went through a whole period. I'll just tell you this about the great famine of skeletons.
Yeah.
See, GW used to make skeletons in a box. You bought a box and you had 20 or 40 skeletons in, and you could do just skeletons and you could use them for anything, and they were awesome. And then they stopped making them and started making stupid skeletons with chainmail on and stuff, which was really annoying because they were all sort of set to one period and it was a bit annoying and boring. And then suddenly we get a box of skeleton infantry, and then we get Warlord bring out the skeleton infantry as well. And then there's another, the Atlantic has a box of plastic skeleton infantry. We are basically overrun with skeletons all of a sudden, and it's great. These guys are, I'd say they were more sort of Dark Age stroke Norse-ish, although the helmet is, which is actually in the box, is Celtic. So, take your pick. But that's basically what these guys are. And we've got a box of each of the skeletons because we're experimenting on which are the most coolest skeletons. We already used the Warlord skeletons for our Japanese game.
Yeah.
Our samurai game. So we're not using them for the Romans and stuff. So here we have the skeletons on the back, and don't they look awesome? Incidentally, the Warlord ones appear to be mostly Greek. They have the Greek type shields, a lot of the equipment's sort of Greek-esque to kind of fit the film, where they throw the teeth down and the skeletons come up.
Yeah.
Jason the Argonauts, is it?
No.
Isn't it?
I know what crew we're talking about.
Where it throws the skeleton teeth, the serpent's teeth down.
What, Harry Potter?
No, not Harry Potter. Go on, get my new book.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, go, fetch, and I'm going to do the unboxing bit. Right, so what it says is, the lands and marshes littered with the bones of the dead. So, you know what, don't worry about it. It's basically skeletons. So, here we are. See, you're all going to have your own version of a game. So, if you're doing Oathmark, then that means something to you. However, if you're not doing Oathmark, then they're undead from the dead marshes, or they're undead from whatever brings people around. And these are the actual skeletons. I just remembered it's Hydra. It's on the chair arm! Sorry. Right, so these are the skeletons. They have a bit of armour plate here. Most of them seem to be pretty nicely done. Yes, sorry. One of the reasons we're getting them is this. Which is Broken Legions, which is a absolutely awesome fantasy game for Romans. And in here there's a special thing which I can't bother to look up right now. Hydra's teeth, I've remembered.
Oh, got it then.
Yeah, you have a collection of D6 Hydra's teeth, and you can use them once per game. You throw them down and you create D6 skeletons out of it. They'll become henchmen, which is quite good. So these guys are the skeletons. That's the bodies. The bodies are pretty good. Nicely skeleton-y. And having painted some up already from stuff we got before, I really like these guys. They're quite good. And the weapons and everything fit just right. And we've been using them actually for... oh, we've got some somewhere. Some up there? Oh, no. What's that game?
Call of Cthulhu.
No, it's not Call of Cthulhu. What's that game? That one there, with the big tower we were built. Frostgrave. It's for Frostgrave. We use them for Frostgrave. That's it. So bow-wise, I don't use these bows. I actually use bows from the Warlord box because I just like those bows better for the skeletons to have. So I swap the bows over, but it's no biggie. The shields are kind of okay. They appear to be brass shields, which is okay. Sort of copper covered shields, brass shields.
Yeah.
They're not going to last. These guys have been buried in the ground. He will have gone green by the time it comes out. Do you remember when we did the skeleton army before? And we did everything green.
Yep.
All sort of green and rusted, which is quite good. I can't remember what the game that was for. What game was that for?
Not a clue.
Greeks. Greeks, yeah?
I don't know.
Why do you not remember anything?
I don't know. I don't remember hardly anything ever.
Do you remember that money I lent you?
No, that's not going to happen.
No, but I didn't know. Yeah.
You're never ever going to get me on that.
Yeah, it didn't work with my dad either. My dad had a stroke and had amnesia, and he was positive he hadn't offered me to give me some money. Because I'm swear blind he was going to get me a new car.
Yeah.
And he couldn't remember it. And I'd like to say I'm joking, but it is kind of joking. It's our family, really. We never take anything seriously. So when something horrifically disastrous happens, we laugh about it for some reason. It's just how our family deals with
good happens.
Yes, this is how our family deals with stuff. Something really, really bad happened last year, and we all started laughing. And Jess, your better half, who's moved in with us, she hasn't got a clue, and she thought we were very strange for laughing our faces off at what had gone wrong.
Yep.
It was a bit odd.
And that's just like us.
And now she finds really upsetting things funny. And yeah, I think you just catch it when you live with us. We've had some really bad stuff happen over time. So these are the skeleton arms. We have 3 swords, which are, I'd say, the Greek style sword. Would you? There's one that's nicely got rusted away there. Would you say that was Greek?
Yeah, Greek and Roman, because one was a bit
sort
like
of heavy-ended. Yeah, sort of. It's more an axe than a sword because it's got a heavy part there. So it's for chopping, not stabbing. Then we've got an axe. Axes are axes. Everyone uses axes. As you said, that's more Gladys.
Yeah.
Then we've got some spears, and the spears look pretty cool. There's one with a broken tip and one without. So we've got some nice little stuff. Those arrows are cool, by the way. The way they're holding the arrows, you can have some really good poses when you pose them.
Especially when they're about to if doing it some
about to
fire,
lose,
or they're about to take it out.
Which is what we did with the Roman auxiliary skeletons. Yeah, they look really good. I did change out these. These are sort of later. Not the type used during Roman times. So I swapped them out for the Roman type ones, but it's entirely up to you what you do. You're probably going to do elf mark, in which case just use what you got in the box. Yeah, obviously we don't use the same shields, but you can do it for anything. With our samurai stuff, of course, none of the skeletons carry shields, but they do have samurai shoulder pads. Anything to add?
No.
I think everything's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did get a box of these when we started doing the samurai stuff, which would be 2 years ago.
God, yeah.
And I don't think we've done a video on them. We might have done a video on them. If we have, this is the part 2 to it. So there they are, skeletons. Nothing else to add whatsoever? What are your views on skeletons?
I like skeletons. I've always liked skeletons. The first time I painted up myself. Remember?
Yes, I do seem to remember. So skeletons are pretty cool, and I think they fit into practically every fantasy setting, one way or another.
Skeletons are so universal.
I remember there's a great bit in one of the GW books, in the Vampire Counts book, and the GW books all have little stories in them. And there's this dwarf stronghold, and they come across a Lamere vampire, a female vampire from Cthulhu-esque legendary, which is nicked by GW because they don't seem capable of coming up with anything novel on their own. And skeletons attack the dwarf stronghold, which is quite good. It's quite an interesting bit. It's just I can't remember exactly what happens because I haven't read the book for absolutely ages. Although I do think we still own it because it's one of the really old ones. I'll have to get back into that. Hey, we could get some dwarves.
Dwarves?
We could get some dwarves and fight them against skeletons and spiders.
Not playing spiders.
No, okay, fine. You're just grumpy. Right, that's it. That's the end of the video. Do you want to do... Oh, by the way, awesome square bases, by the way.
Hey, you've got bases.
Yeah. So,
If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of the Oath Mark Skeleton Infantry.
it's goodbye from me.
You haven't done your thing.
What thing?
The thing what you do, you're plugging.
You do the plugging.
Nah, I don't have that bit. I always stumble on words like bleh.
Yeah, if you scroll down, we've got some links to eBay and our website, so pop along there if you want anything, and we have loads of stuff listed on there, and most of it's quite good.
And eventually we'll have these up there.
Yeah, we should have some stuff. When we do them for us, we'll put them on for you. So, you know.
Is that everything from me?
And everything from him.
Oh yeah, bye bye.
It's goodbye.
No, bye bye.